The latest claim being spread around on multiple Facebook, Twitter and YouTube channels and then regurgitated by the same usual people who usually make the boldest claims in live feeds and around society is that the Pfizer, BioNTech and the Moderna's mRNA vaccines both contain lipid nanoparticles, and here's the scary part, that contain little computers. I even heard a guy repeat himself on a live feed and on a stream a number of times that nanoparticles will link up to the Neuralink being pushed by Elon Musk and suck out our souls. And I've even been hearing people for months saying these nanoparticles are metallic and work well with 5G. The ingredients were apparently stolen and dumped online for people to see in November, which led to many of these claims being made in November. Polyethylene glycol is a compound derived from petroleum, which many applications are then made in manufacturing. It's the main basic ingredient found in vapes. It kind of reminds me when Kaufman and Ike were pushing the chromosome 8 fallacy. When there was massive schoolboy errors, they were reading it the wrong way round, and most people who understand how these work pulled them up on it, and everyone went and regurgitated this knowledge. Same with 5G, and Mark Steele was pushing false information about it. Another classic that's going around this year is Koch's postulates. Two of the most frequent claims made by virus denialists have been that the PCR test doesn't test for a virus but the human genetic material, and that was David Icke. And the classic Koch's postulates have not been met for the virus, that was Kaufman. This makes sense for them because if there is no virus at all, what else can they do that match some genetic sequence of our own? And if there's no virus at all, there's no viral disease and no way of proving that a virus causes the disease, in our case COVID-19. So basically Koch's postulates hasn't been used since at least 1945 to 1950s. It's so outdated now. They're using lots of other machines and different ways to prove, such as cryo-electron tomography, cryogenic microscopy, there's FUBAR analysis, putative recombination and a lot of other different ways to prove it. So when people start bringing out Koch's postulates, it just shows that they don't understand what they're talking about, and they're just regurgitating Kaufman and David Icke lies that were spread during March. And it's noted that Koch's postulates have been recognised as largely obsolete by most epidemiologists nowadays. So fake news spreads around all the time, and if you're not pushing this fake news and in-house trending sort of conspiratorial propaganda and lies, you will be ostracized and cast out. You know, there's a lot of government agents who are sent into live rooms to go out of their way to push this information, and it will make people who have viable information and people who have actually gone out and done their research and invest in research and then to bring it to the table. These people are the ones who are getting cut out by the government agents who are spreading false news purposely. If you want impartial, well-researched information, you need to check out The Last American Vagabond. He does daily shows, as well as the Off Guardian. They do good information and stories, and in proportion to, as well as the Lockdown Skeptics. There's a number of websites out there that are giving us good information. Also, go check out my research that's been out there for at least 10 months, going through many things. It's a 40-page research. I've whittled it down from 400 pages because I just couldn't fit it all in, and I'm just updating it all the time and every single day, hopefully trying to get the best information out there, impartial information as well, not just coming from one side or something that I want to hear, or I'm trying to impress people in an echo chamber. And not just believe any old thing that's put out there like a lot of people are doing, which in my eyes is slowing down the truth movement and the way people are getting information.